There is no perfect time. Action creates the right time. One of the greatest illusions that keeps people stuck is the belief that the right time will eventually appear like a sign from the universe. Many sit and wait for perfect conditions, more confidence, more money, more support, more clarity, believing that once everything aligns, then they'll be ready to pursue the life they want. But life has never worked that way. Success has never been built on perfect timing. It has always been built on imperfect beginnings. Look back on your life. The moments that changed you, shaped you, stretched you. Did you begin them with absolute certainty, or did you step in despite uncertainty? Most people realize that every meaningful breakthrough happened after they moved, not before. Because action creates the energy that opens doors, builds confidence, and reveals direction. Waiting for perfect timing is often just a clever disguise for fear. Fear of failure, fear of embarrassment, fear of not being good enough. And instead of confronting the fear, people try to negotiate with life saying, "Let me wait until it feels right." But fear doesn't disappear with waiting, it grows stronger. Courage doesn't appear before you begin, it appears because you begin. Imagine someone holding a seed in their hand, waiting for the perfect weather, the perfect soil, the perfect season. If they wait long enough, the seed becomes useless. But if they plant it, even in rough soil, even in uncertain weather, nature begins its work. Growth begins. That's how your life works. The seed of your potential becomes valuable only when planted through action, not protected through hesitation. Every dream you hold is possible, but possibility turns into reality only when you begin. You don't need all the steps. You don't need every answer. You don't need full clarity. What you need is movement, because movement builds momentum and momentum builds direction. The path becomes visible only when you start walking. And here's the truth. The right time is not something you wait for. The right time is something you create. When you take action, you show life you're serious. Opportunities that were once invisible start to reveal themselves. People who can help you appear. Resources you didn't know existed show up. Doors begin to open because action signals commitment. The universe doesn't reward hesitation. It rewards boldness. And boldness is never about feeling ready. It's about acting even when you don't. Your future depends on the decisions you make today. If you want to know what your future looks like, don't look at your dreams. Look at your decisions. Your future is not shaped by your wishes, hopes, or intentions. It is shaped by the choices you make today, the habits you commit to today, the steps you take today. Every decision you make sends a message to your future self saying, "This is the life I am building." People often underestimate the power of a single decision. They tell themselves, "It's just one day," or "I'll start next week," not realizing that delaying a decision is also a decision to stay the same. Every day you postpone your goals, you silently cast a vote for the life you're trying to escape. Your future is waiting for you to decide who you want to become. And becoming that person doesn't happen suddenly. It begins with one choice, one commitment, one moment where you tell yourself, "I am done waiting." The most successful people are not the ones with the best talent or opportunities. They are the ones who made a decision and honored it daily. Think of your life like a staircase. Each decision is a step. Some steps will feel small, some will feel uncomfortable, some will feel uncertain. But as long as you keep stepping, you rise, you evolve, you climb toward a version of yourself that once felt out of reach. But if you never take that first step, the staircase becomes a prison instead of a path. Your decisions today are shaping your mindset, your discipline, your confidence, your identity. You are training yourself either to act or to avoid, to grow or to stay stuck, to lead your life or to let life drag you wherever it wants. It's never the big decisions that change a person, it's the daily ones. The moment you choose to move, even in the smallest way, your future begins to shift. Your tomorrow is built by what you do today. Small beginnings are more valuable than big intentions. One of the most misunderstood truths about success is this: small beginnings carry more power than big, impressive intentions. Many people dream of starting big, launching a perfect project, building the flawless plan, waiting for inspiration to strike like lightning. But the world rewards the person who starts with little and grows through effort, not the person who waits for everything to be grand. Think about how nature works. A massive tree begins as a small seed. A river that carves through mountains begins as a tiny stream. Even the strongest human beings began life helpless, unable to walk or speak. Growth is always slow at first, always humble, always quiet. That's why small beginnings are not a weakness. They are a blessing. They give you space to learn, to adjust, to build confidence, to grow into the person you must become. But big intentions, those glamorous dreams we tell ourselves, often become traps. They feel good, they sound impressive, they give the illusion of progress while demanding nothing from us. But intentions without action become a form of comfort, and comfort is where progress goes to die. Small beginnings are different. They put you into motion. They create momentum. They force you to say, I am doing something, not everything yet, but something. And something is infinitely more powerful than nothing. Maybe your dream is to start a business. You don't need a building, a team, a massive investment. You need one step. Researching, planning, learning, selling one small product, offering one service. Maybe your goal is to become healthier. You don't need a perfect diet or a flawless routine. You need one step, a 10-minute walk, a cleaner breakfast, one day of discipline. The beauty of starting small is this: it is impossible to fail at starting small. You can only grow from it. Every little win gives you strength. Every small step builds belief. Every bit of progress adds weight to your identity. Suddenly, you're no longer someone who wants to start. You're someone who has started, and that identity shift is priceless. Never underestimate the power of day one. Never underestimate the power of small progress repeated consistently, because what begins small eventually becomes unstoppable when fueled by commitment. Waiting is a silent thief of opportunity. While small beginnings build strength, waiting quietly destroys it. Waiting has stolen more dreams than failure ever will. Failure teaches. Waiting paralyzes. Failure moves you forward. Waiting keeps you frozen. Failure gives you experience. Waiting gives you nothing but regret. People often think waiting is harmless. They say, I'll try when things get easier, or maybe next month, or I need to feel more motivated. But every moment you wait, opportunity is passing by, opportunity that will never return in the same form again. Waiting feels safe, but it is dangerous. It makes you believe you have time. It makes you believe your dreams will patiently sit around until you're ready. They won't. Life keeps moving. The world keeps changing. Doors open and close, sometimes in seconds. And the people who succeed are rarely the smartest or most talented. They are simply the ones who stepped in while everyone else hesitated. Waiting is not just the absence of action, it is the presence of fear disguised as caution. The mind says, be careful, but the heart knows, be courageous. Deep down, you know when you're avoiding your own potential. You know when you're delaying the life you want. And the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to begin. Waiting drains your confidence, your energy, and your belief in yourself. Think about this. How many opportunities have you already missed because you waited? How many habits never grew because you postponed them? How many dreams shrunk because you hesitated? The tragedy of waiting is not what you lose externally, it's what you lose internally. You lose fire, you lose hunger, you lose the drive that once made you dream boldly. And the worst part? Waiting feels comfortable, comfort feels familiar, and familiarity convinces you it's the right place to stay. But comfort is a silent killer of ambition. It holds you in place while life moves far ahead of you. Every moment of hesitation is a moment of life slipping through your fingers. Every day you wait is a day you never get back. Opportunity doesn't knock twice, it knocks once and expects you to move. Momentum builds confidence and breaks fear. Momentum is one of the most underestimated forces in personal transformation. Most people believe confidence comes first, then action follows. But in reality, confidence is a result, not a starting point. It grows from movement, from trying, from stepping forward even when you feel shaky or uncertain. Every time you take action, you weaken fear. Every time you move, you strengthen belief. Fear thrives in stillness. When you do nothing, fear has room to grow. It whispers doubts. It magnifies obstacles. It convinces you that taking a step is dangerous, risky, or foolish. But momentum silences fear because momentum gives your mind something new to focus on. Progress. Once progress begins, fear no longer controls the story. Imagine pushing a heavy car on a flat road. In the beginning, the car barely moves. It feels impossible. But once it starts to roll, every push becomes easier. Eventually, the car moves on its own with just a little guidance. That is exactly how momentum works in your life. The hardest part is the beginning. After that, motion works in your favor. When you build momentum, everything becomes easier. Waking up early becomes easier. Showing discipline becomes easier. Taking risks becomes easier. You begin to trust yourself, respect yourself, and believe in your ability to create change. That feeling, self-trust, is powerful. It becomes the fuel that carries you through bigger challenges and bigger dreams. Momentum is also contagious. Once you progress in one area, you naturally want to improve in others. You start cleaning up your habits, managing your time better, developing new skills, taking responsibility for your life, and making choices that elevate you instead of holding you back. Momentum turns I hope into I am. It turns someday into today. It turns fear into fire. And the best part? Momentum doesn't require massive action. It requires consistent action. Even small steps, repeated daily, build a force that nothing can stop. Not fear, not doubt, not circumstances. When momentum is on your side, your life begins to shift from slow and uncertain to fast and purposeful. Starting now turns possibility into reality. Possibility is a beautiful thing, but possibility alone doesn't change a life. Millions of people live with great potential, powerful ideas, and dreams that could transform their future. But possibility remains a fantasy until you decide to begin. You could be surrounded by endless opportunities, yet none of them will matter until you take the first step. Life responds to boldness. The moment you start, something deep inside you awakens. The moment you stop waiting, your future begins to take shape. The transformation doesn't come from knowing the whole path. It comes from committing to the first step and trusting that the next steps will reveal themselves. When you start now, you signal to yourself and to the world that you are ready to grow. You are ready to rise. You are ready to take ownership of your destiny. And life begins to rearrange itself to support you. The right people appear, the right lessons come, the right opportunities show up. What once seemed impossible becomes achievable because you dared to begin. You don't need perfection to start. You don't need certainty. You don't need a flawless plan. You need courage. The courage to begin despite the unknown. The courage to say, I will not wait any longer. Because the truth is this: the right time is not in the future. The right time is the moment you choose to act. Starting now shifts your identity. You stop being a dreamer and become a doer. You stop living in what if and start living in what's next. Every step you take brings your dream closer, and every day you continue reinforces your commitment to your own greatness. Your life doesn't change when the clock strikes a new year. Your life changes when you strike a new mindset, and that mindset begins with one powerful decision: to start today. So here you are, standing at the doorway between the life you have and the life you want. One step forward can change everything. One decision can open new paths. One moment of courage can rewrite your story. You don't need to wait, because the world doesn't reward those who wait. It rewards those who begin. Stop waiting for perfect timing. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for permission. Your future is calling you right now, your potential is calling you right now, and your dreams are waiting for one thing: your action. Start today. Start small. Start scared. Start unsure. But start now, because the rest of your life is waiting for the moment you finally decide to begin.